Hello everybody, Joe Bacon Donuts here. Welcome back for another episode of Umineko. Yeah, I'm still real bad right now. In fact, I'm probably worse than I was the last time I recorded, but in a different way. I changed up my allergy medication on the recommendation of the nurses over at the med group. They said, yeah, Allegra doesn't seem to do shit here. It has to do with like the pollen and like what kind of tree it comes from. So now I'm taking Zyrtec and like Flonase for the nasal spray, which does a fantastic job of drying my nose out. However, it dries out my nose so much that it hurts. It's like painfully dry. Like middle winter, you're sitting next to a fire all day long, dry. There's no moisture within my sinuses, my nose at all. And Zyrtec it's weird, man. Like, it doesn't make me like sleepy or loopy, but it does something to me. It puts me kind of in a bit of a fog. And I've also noticed, I don't know if it's because I've been sneezing so much and just like my chest muscles are like sore on the inside, like my diaphragm muscles, or if it's the Zyrtec, but like my breathing's feels more shallow. Like I'm not having trouble breathing. It's just when I do breathe in, it's like normally I feel like I get more oomph out of it, but what do I know? What do I know? Maybe I'm just sore. And yeah. So fortunately, no runny nose. I am coughing though now because of how dry my body is. It's like one of those like dry wheezing coughs too. It doesn't happen too much, but if it's a shorter one today, it's because I'm not feeling so hot, Chief. So don't complain too much. You can complain. I just won't care. I don't know. I'll read the comment. I won't delete them. Unless you're being real mean to me, then I will. Though I haven't deleted any comments yet so far. Like, ever. Other than, like, spam comments where it's like, click this link to fuck cute girls. And it's like, no. That's not real. There's no girls on my channel. I know. I've seen my viewer statistics. Oh, that's a lie. It's like, yeah, it's in a couple percentage. Though for some reason, when I was doing like Moon and One, I had a sizable viewer base that was like women in their 40s. That was a weird one. I can kind of see it though. Those VNs are they're not full on otome, but they definitely have more of a feminine touch to them. And they are old. Like 90s, so yeah, that tracks. Anyway, let's get going.
魔女側のプレイヤーは
不思議な感覚だな。かつて
I
は
bet.
魔女側になんて有利なゲームだろうと思ってた。だが、いざ魔女側になってみると、
Well, mainly had to do that. The reason they had such a huge advantage was because you were their opponent.
こいつはまるで樽にナイフを刺してくパーティーゲームみたいなもんだ。
Oh, Papa Pirate? From the perspective of the human side, it feels like trying to shoot at a target hidden by mist. But from the witch's side, a random shot might become fatal.
そんなゲームをかつての私は何度も繰り
Yeah,
返して
she's
いたん
pretty
で
good
す
at
ね
it.
ああ、まるでロシアンルーレットだ。それでもお前は
I can do that. I got my
いつも
revolver
俺
right
が気づく
here.
と信じて
Somewhere.
ゲームを限界まで繰り返してくれた。
Don't play with firearms, kids. Oh, I still have the lock on the hammer, so I wouldn't even be able to cock it and pull the trigger anyway. Let me just get these bullets back in there and put it back in my drawer for safekeeping. Slam that a little too hard. There we go. Had to stop the springs on my boom arm from vibrating.
私が聞くのも厚かましいで
Yeah,
すが
don't play Russian roulette with a semi-automatic.
一体バトラさんは何に気づかれたのですか？
Yeah, you mind telling the
か
audience?
つての私とのゲームの
I know it's like
最
very
後の
personal,
最後
but
で
it was a strange question. In the past, Beato had always been the one posing it to Battler. But now that Battler had figured it out, Beato was the one asking him about it.
正反対だな。かつてはお前だけが覚えていて、
Mm-hmm.
俺だけが忘れていた。しかし今度は逆だ。俺だけが覚えていて、お前だけが忘れている。
不愉快でなければ教えていただけませんか？
教えるのは
But would it have any meaning?
たやすい。でも教えたくない。
Mm-hmm.
意地悪のつもりはないんだ。ただ俺もわずかに奇跡を信じたい。
奇跡？
Don't worry about it. Yes, this was a single miracle seed that Battler had preserved. If Beato could remember a certain something without being told, that would prove that Beato had revived in the truest sense. So he wouldn't tell her. It was Battler's final seed, which existed because he couldn't abandon his hope that Beato might revive.
バトラさんが話せないことなら私も聞きません。不愉快な思いをさせてしまったならどうかお許しください。
気にすんな。俺が未練がましいだけだ。
As she watched that sad smile, Beato's chest tightened. He was looking at her and seeing the old her. Yes, I must become my former self for his sake. My older sister who gets burned by spiderwebs, and I who don't, must become one. Surely, it's more useful to him if I go on a journey to find myself now than if I simply watched over his game.
今回のゲームはいかがです？勝てそうですか？
勝てるつもりでいるさ。勝って。ベアとの望み通り、この永遠の拷問を終わらせる。
終わったら
Don't
世
think
界
too
は
hard about
ど
it.
うなるのでしょう？
さあな。どうなるんだろうな。
Yeah, we're kind of in a little abstract up here.
ただ、それを俺たちは望んだんだ。だから、どんな結果が訪れようとも、それを受け入れるつもりだ。
私はどうなるのでしょう？
Don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll all work out in the end. Beato was uncertain. Even she was probably no more than a piece in this game. If the game ended, then would she, one who had been born out of that game's rules, disappear?
ゲームは消えるだろうな。だが俺はもう魔法を完全に理解している。だからお前をゲーム版の外へ連れ出せる。
Nice little bit of reassurance.
それがお前の望みだったはずだ。
私の望み？
それ以上は内緒だ。
Showing too much of your hand, bud.
お前がそれらを自力で思い出してくれる奇跡を俺は待ってるぜ。
After smiling bitterly for just a second, Battler laughed and told her not to worry. Apparently, it was best if she avoided talking to Battler about her previous self.
じゃあ俺はちょっと対戦相手との
God,
様
my
子を
throat
見
is
てく
so
る。
dry. Even like when I breathe in through my nose, I can hear the air just going down my throat.
あのバカが次はどんなへりくつを言い出すか。
かつてのバトラさん
Small
も
bombs.
それにかけてはなかなかでしたよ。私としましては第2のゲームの第1の番
There
に
we
対する小型爆弾を飲ませて殺した。
Mine too.
うお、それは俺の黒歴史最高傑作だ。早めに忘れてくれ。
Look, you were trying your best at the time. Battler became a cloud of gold butterflies and disappeared into the darkness. Beato remained bowed until he had disappeared completely. Where's my fucking pop filter? I feel like I'm sounding weird on the mic. I can get it disentangled from all the cords. I'm just gonna hold it in front of my microphone and talk. Hey, it's like literally the same. It's a little more muffled, like when I put it in front, but I mean, it's super thin. It barely does anything, but I feel like it is muffling my pops. Almost like, wow, it does exactly what it's supposed to. I should have set this up beforehand, but oh yeah, listen to those good sounds of me tightening the like the support onto the boom. Oh, and that should hold. Maybe. I hope. Anyway, it makes me feel better about it. To fill his place, a single gold butterfly appeared and became Beato the Elder.
呼んだか、我が妹よ。
はい。あなたのことをもっと知りたいんです。そして本当の私がどんな存在だったのか知りたい。
It's complicated.
至りたいんです。
無論、わらわも未来の自分を知りたい。そのために、わらわたちは互いのすべてを打ち明け合ったはず。しかし、
Oh yeah, it is hard to,
一向にわらわたちは一つとならぬ。どうやれば一なる自分となれるのか理解ができぬ。
どうやれば私たちは一つに。
Well, you can probably find the solution in some thin books.
わらわはゼパルとフルフルの試練に期待している。
勝者に与えるという
I
魔
wanna
法の奇跡のこ
hold
とで
much
すね。
stock in whatever that is.
その魔法の奇跡とはすなわち一なる自分となれることではないだろうか。わらわは本来の姿に至れる。そなたはそれを望むバトラの期待に応えられ
Yeah,
る。
how convenient.
バトラも万々歳で、ほう、三方丸く収まるというものだ。
やはり
Nope.
これは試練なのですね。
他の二組に負ける
Almost
わ
like
け
the
にはい
plot
かん
dictates that you do it.
ということだな。
ジョージさんとシャノンさん、ジェシカさんとカノンさん、彼らを踏みにじってしか
Mm-hmm.
私は幸せをつかみ取れない。
条件は同じだ。他の誰かが恋を成就させれば、
Yeah, so be prepared to get
そなた
stepped
を
on
含め
too.
た二組が踏みにじられる。
なぜこんなにいびつな天秤なのでしょう。
いびつとは？
恋は得るものと得られないものがいる。
Is what it is.
ならばそれらが天秤の両端に並ぶことは理解できます。しかし私たちの試練の天秤は3つの皿が並び、1人の勝利のために2人が敗北するというひどくいびつなも
I
のです。
mean, happiness doesn't have to be a zero-sum game. I mean, sometimes it does. Like, if there's one job hiring position and, two people apply for it, only one can get it, it is what it is. But, nothing says that other person's going to have to be unhappy for the rest of their life.
さあな、恋の価値とは二組の恋の破綻と同じ価値があるとでも言うのかもしれぬな。頼りないぞ妹よ。敗者のことを考える
Yeah, she's kind of a
バ
pushover.
トラの期待に応えたいという気持ちを優先できぬようでは拾える勝利などないぞ。
そうですね。私も譲れません。他の皆さんには本当に申し訳ないですが、みんな恨みっこなしです。
Uh-huh. It's only a game. If I do lose, I'll give my strongest blessings to whichever couple wins. So, I'll fight with all my heart and soul, so that I have no lingering regrets. And I'll win that miracle of magic.
どうだったの？第一の晩をめぐっての赤と青の攻防は。まずは小手調べでした。
Yeah, not much was really
バ
accomplished.
トラもなかなか張り切っているようです。
She had just returned from a fierce fight with Battler, fought using information gained through repetition requests. It was the old, familiar kind of fight, reminiscent of the time when the red text had first appeared, or when the blue text had first been permitted.
得られた成果は？まず密室を構築したのはいずれも犠牲者たち本人でした。そしてそれをクラウスたちが破るまでの間、その密室は完全に維持されていました。さらにその間、外部からいかなる方法でも干渉ができないことを確認しました。
Erica... oh god. Erica reported this proudly as though it had been a great battle, but Bernkastel looked bored as she listened. After looking at her blankly for a second, Lambda spoke her opinions frankly.
ちょっと待ちなさいよ。それってつまり密室殺人は完璧ってだけの話じゃないの？
The victims had sealed the locked rooms themselves, and that state had been preserved until Kraus and the others had broken the locked rooms open, and no one had been inside the locked rooms except for the victims. And Kraus's group, the ones who had broken the room open, were not the culprits. Erica's battle proceeded in this way, with her detailed repetition request winning her several other little red truths just like these. Normally, simply collecting such vital information would have been enough. However, the witch who was her master was tired of boredom, and she had been expecting a much more flashy, argument-winning victory instead of this bland result.
しかしながら、私は今回探偵権限を持たないので、検視を誤認する可能性がありました。ですので、仮死状態を生み出す薬などで私の検視を欺いたと仮定して、そのプルプルピコピオ？違います。
Exactly that.
例えばインシュリンとか基地の薬物でも一時的に仮死状態を作ることは不可能ではありません。バトラからは赤き真実による反論はありませんでした。つまりは私の青き真実が通ったということです。まずは勝利かと。
You sure about that? To sum up Erica's report, all she had done was listen to the red truths Balor had wanted her to hear. Only the information Balor had wanted to provide had been presented, and she hadn't been able to strike at any weak points. She was like a kid who had gone out shopping, then forgotten her job and only bought candy. However, this was all the players on the human side could do. Without the detective proclamation, she could only fight by collecting dull bits of information like that. All the same, her master had been expecting more than that sort of dull fight. So, she had tried to give her report energetically to make it seem as though they were in a superior position. But no matter how much she tried, the cold expression of her master remained merciless.
青き真実が通った。バカバカしくて切り返さなかっただけでしょ。自称名探偵が大した推理だこと。
Fantastic. I think my headset's a little too loud. I saw the microphone, get a little waveform when, the volume peaked from the music, and I'm like, uh-oh. That causes echoes, and echoes are bad.
慎重に検視を行ったつもりです。ですが、探偵権限がないので、その。
何よ、あんたが自分で探偵宣言を放棄したんでしょ？前回の汚名を返上するためにレートを上げたいとか言い出して。
Yeah, not so easy, is it?
それは。何？探偵権限がないとバトラには勝てないってそういうの？そんなことはありません。
Yeah, you need a crutch like that? Is it really so great?
あのような無能探偵権限などなくても簡単に勝てます。ただそのこれまでと戦い方がちょっとだけ違ってまだ慣れないだけで。
What, having to play fair? Compared to other human beings, Erica would rank as extremely talented. Her knowledge and powers of memory and insight were ahead of the pack, and most likely, no human could be more suitable for the role of detective than her. However, no matter how superior she might be to other humans, that didn't matter in a game of witches. In a witch's game, it's either 0 or 100. In other words, everything is either the red truth or it isn't. If a normal human's abilities were worth a 10, her exceptional power would probably rate a 99. However, it could never be 100. Since it was less than 100, it wasn't absolutely certain, so it didn't count as red truth. For example, the examination of the corpses that Erica had worried over in the fight just now. If she had performed it with the detective's authority, she could have said it with 100% certainty whether they were alive or dead. However, without the detective proclamation, it was 99%. There was a 1% chance that she made a mistake, and that overturned the foundation of the examination. The reason Erica had gained the detective's authority and become the Witch of Truth was that Bernkastel had supplemented her talent of 99 with an additional 1. Just because Bernkastel wouldn't give her that 1, in the world of witches, Erica's 99 was treated exactly the same as 0. Even her talented assistant Delaner couldn't be put to proper use without the power of 100. When working under an Erica who had lost the detective's authority, Delaner's red longsword lost its power. Delaner also found it vexing that she couldn't provide adequate assistance. She had tried several times to convince Erica to use the detective's proclamation, but Erica had stubbornly refused each time.
しちゃえばいいじゃない。探偵宣言。そうすればあんたも100人力。ドラノールも赤井たちとノックス実会でバッサバサじゃない。
Yeah, but then you'll have to swallow the real bitter pill that you're a chump and you can't do it like Battler can.
したければすれば
Though to be fair, Battler also never, fully won. There was no need for anyone to explain. By now, it was clear that Erica hadn't abandoned the detective proclamation by her own will.
前回のゲームでバトラが真相にたどり着いた時点でもはやこのゲームは終わりだったのよ。今回のゲームは実は第6のゲームじゃない。バトラがゲームマスターとして記念に最後に執り行うフィナーレのゲームなのよ。もう決着は前回ついている。
まあ、そういうことよね。
Yeah, it's just a bonus round.
無限にゲームが続かなくなり、私とベルンの賭けは私の負け。今回バトラがゲームの真相に至ったことを証明して、ベアとのゲームは見事打ち破られて人間側の大勝利、そしてベルンも大勝利のはずなのに、なぜか不服なのよね。
ええ、不服よ。こんなつまらない勝利。
Too
私は
simple.
望んでないの。
ベルンが望む勝利はベアとのゲーム版を徹底的に引き裂き、ベアとのみすぼらしい正体を暴いて徹底的に泥を舐めさせて踏みにじること。だからバトラのこの勝利はちょっと違うのよね。
Yeah, it's a lot more mushy and sappy.
愛だの約束だの、静かにゲームを終わらせて安らかに眠らせる。そんなゲロ臭い終わり方誰が望んだってのよ。私はね、そんな終わり方のためにバトラに助言を与えたわけじゃないの。妹を背中でひき肉にしてやったの。
Yeah, what happened to this big old revenge thing?
両親や親族
Now where's the fire?
何度も何度もむごたらしく殺させてやったわ。それはすべてベアトに対し怒りの復讐をかきたてるためよ。それがこの終わり方は何？私の勝利？とんでもない。
Everyone's just holding hands and singing Kumbaya. What the fuck is this?
喜ばせない勝利を手にしたわ。私はね、ベアトリーチェがズタズタのボロボロに引き裂かれるところが見たくて、はるばるこんな辺境までやってきて、気の遠くなる退屈な時間に耐えてここにいたのよ。こんな腐りかけのヨーグルトみたいなかけらをすすらされるためじゃない。
Why was rotten
ご立
yogurt the
腹
one
の
we went
顔も
to?
素敵だわベルン。なるほどね。それでせめて最後くらい口直しが欲しかったわけね。
全部前回のゲームでドジを踏んだこのバカゴマのせいだわ。お前のせいで数百年ぶりに楽しめそうなゲーム版がすべて
Slipped right through your
台無しよ。
fingers.
クズ、ゴミ、カス。
You brought on yourself, Erica.
勝利を捧げますから。
前回探偵権限まで使って勝てなかった。
Yeah, what do you expect to do this time, huh?
どうしてゲームマスターにまで至ったバトラーに今回打ち勝てるっての？探偵権限があったって。
Well,
あん
now
たに
that,
勝ち目なんか
you
ない
know,
の
the
よ。
peace battler is dead, Erica's the main character, so she has main character
いらない
powers.
じゃない。
それは確かにもともと勝てないんじゃ探偵権
I
限
mean,
は
it was
いら
the
ない
exact
わ
reason
ね。
Valor won last
より
time.
確実に負けるだけだけど。
だからこそより最悪な状況でそれこそ私にふさわしい奇跡だわ。そこまでして初めて私はあんたを許せる。
はい、必ずその奇跡をお目にかけてみせます。
で切るわけねえだろゲロカス。
Puke spittle?
あんたにできるのは最悪のゲームに最悪の罰ゲーム。さらに探偵宣言
I
と
mean,
い
it's a
う
very
唯一の武器まで取り
vivid
上げられて
insult to
と
call someone,
こ
but
んまで惨めを晒して、それでもなお腹を見せながら私にじゃれついてこびてみせて、私を笑わせることだけよゲロカス。
I mean, Erica is pretty funny.
楽しそうだな。お邪魔だったか？
I mean, maybe a little. Gold butterflies gathered in the darkness and took the shape of Battler. Though he had just arrived, he seemed to realize immediately that the mood was dark.
あらバトラー、第一の番拝見させてもら
Yeah,
う。
she's just giving her piece a little pep talk.
なかなかの密室じゃない。あなたきっとベアトより才能あるわ。
ベアトが過去に作った密室を焼き直しただけだ。その褒め言葉はベアトに対するものとして受け取っておく。
エリカとの攻防もまずまずだったみたいじゃない？連続殺人は
Yeah, you
順
know,
調
it
に
was
いっ
alright.
ちゃいそう。
さあな、俺の役目は連続殺人を遂行することじゃない。その過程で貴様らに魔法以外では不可能な密室を提示して魔女側として勝利を収め、俺がこのゲームを完全に理解したことを証明することだ。いや、もう一つある
And that would be?
何？
な。前回互角の死闘を演じたエリカとの決着をつけるためさ。
They're leaving things half finished.
互角。
Parkstelle noticeably grimaced. Erica averted her eyes and hung her head timidly.
お前の言い分は分かってる。あんなのは引き分けじゃない。勝てて当然だから、あれは負けも同然だと、そう言いたいんだろ？
あらやだ、盗み聞きなんて性格悪いわよ。
鏡見ろ。お前らの顔に書いてある。
Yeah.
嘘！どこによ？
Yep, someone wrote it on your face when you were sleeping.
何よそれ！バカには見えないマジックで書いてあるとか言ったら殺す超殺す！
Lambda pulled a mirror out of thin air, peered into it, and made a comical fuss. She was apparently playing the fool in her own special way.
エリカ、
何ですか？
前回のお前とドラノールの赤と青の猛攻、見事だったぜ。
どうも。
今回はドラノールはどうした？お前一人なのか？
She's a little, you know.
いいえ、ここに控えております。
Delana had just been standing around in reserve, hiding her presence in the dark shadows.
まあ、赤きたちが使えないドラノールなんて役立たずのた
Come
だ
on,
の
you
ゲ
just
ロ
learned
カ
that
ス。
insult.
いても役に立たないので引っ込めてますが。
今の私にできるのはエリカ教の推理の初期だけです。
どう
plain
してお前も
secretary.
共に戦わない？なぜあの赤い太刀が使えない？エリカの推理とお前の太刀、それらが組み合わさってこそのあの強さだったはず。
Delana didn't answer. She's I'm fine. I'll live. She just glanced slightly at Burn Castell's expression. However, the glance was the same as a clear answer for Battler now. Battler fully realized the situation.
お前か。エリカに探偵宣言をしないように言ったのは。
あら、何のこと？
これは俺とエリカの戦
Yeah,
い
quit
だ。
butting in.
俺たちは全力で戦う。
Oh, too late for that now.
だから勝ちも負けも受け入れられる。貴様のような黒幕は不要だ。
黒幕なんてひどいわね。私はただの退屈しのぎの感激者じゃない。
You're like a heckler at a comedy club.
感激者ってのは客席で静かに見てるやつのことだ。お前のように舞台にヤジを飛ばし、
Yeah.
出演者を脅迫したり操ったりするようなやつのことを言わない。
マナーのない客で申し訳ないわね。あんたは知らないだろうけど、私はこの芝居を見るためにすでに高い入館料を払ってるのよ。
Should've just snuck in the fire exit like a normal person.
悪いけど、それに見合う分勝手に楽しませてもらうわ。
進行を邪魔するならゲームマスター権限で、
Mm-hmm.
お前をこのゲーム上から追放することもできるんだぜ。
したければどうぞ。私を追放するならエリカは私の駒だから持って帰るわ。今回のゲームはお流れで、あんたは真相に至ったことを証明できなくなる。感激者は観測者、観測者なき真実は幻想と同
No,
じ。
no fighting at the D&D table.
あんたはベアとのゲームを終えるために感激者とい
It's
う
like the game's
立会
happening at
人を
someone's
欠か
house,
せ
but
ない
then,
の
you
よ。
know, another person's the one who brought all the miniatures. So, like, fuck you, I'll just take all my shit and go home, then see how you play your game then, huh?
俺たちの真実は俺たちだけで通用すればいい。
Like, the dice that you're using is mine, too. I'll take that with me and go.
これ以上邪魔をするなら有無を言わさず追放する。そして次の暇つぶしが見つかるまで何百年も退屈。
じゃあそうすればエリカ、ゲームはおしまいよ。ご苦労様。あんたはつくづく使えない駒だったわ。敗北の汚名を返上できなかったんだから、あんたは約束通り最悪のかけらにぶち込んで
Sucks to be you.
忘却の深淵に空っぽのポップコーンのバケツと一緒に放り込んであげる。我が主、必ず勝利しますから、勝利できますから。
Mm-hmm. Guilt trip him.
ですからどうか
Fuck
最
his
後まで
little
バトラと
heartstrings
戦
burn.
わせてください。このまま負けで忘却の深淵なんて嫌です。私は最後まであんたの戦いを見てあげたいけれど、バトラが追放だって言うし。ねえ、どうするラムダ。
まあまあ、ベルも
Yeah,
前
come
回の
on,
ゲー
come
ム
on,
か
Lamb
ら
to
ずっ
Delta.
と
Play
イ
the
ラついてる
mediator
のは
here.
わかるけど、
Be the
ち
bigger
ょっと落ち着
person.
きなさいよ。バトラもあんまりベルを煽らないで。
Good cop, bad cop it.
この子たまに自分でも感情がコントロールできなくなるのよ。
うるさいわね。誰が感情をコントロールできないのよ。
Burnkestell, who, at one point in time, never showed any expressions at all, was now twisting her face into all kinds of displeased and ugly shapes. When Lambda Delta made fun of that, Burnkestell clicked her tongue and looked away. As they say, nothing can stop poison but poison. Apparently, Lambda Delta was the only one who could rein Burnkestell in.
エリカはバトラと戦って汚名を返上してベルのご機嫌が取りたいんでしょ。はい。バトラは真実に至ったことを証明する
Mm-hmm.
最
Yep,
後のゲーム
final
を
game. This is the last one. There's nothing else after
きっ
this.
ちり綺麗に終えたいわけでしょ。
そうだ。これは俺とエリカの
Once this episode's over, you know, that's the series. It's a wrap.
俺の邪魔だけじゃない。エリカに対す
Then
る
I'll
邪
move
魔
on to
も
my next series,
俺は
which
許さない。
who knows what it'll be, because I don't.
バトラ。
二人に戦う意志があるならそれを尊重するべきだわ。ベルは私に任せて。不機嫌になったあの子をなだめられるのは世界で私だけだから。
お前もあいつの同類ではあるが、まだ話が通じ
You
る。
sure about that? Don't be getting too peachy.
あんまり
Or
私
buddy
を
buddy.
舐めないで。私はベルの歪む顔が好きなの。それを見せてくれる
Chummy.
あんた
That's
の
what I
ゲー
was
ムを
looking
気
for.
に入って
Chummy,
るだ
not
け。
Peachy.
扱いやすい相手なんて思ってると大やけどじゃ済まないわよ。ドラノールが赤木たちを使えないのは探偵宣言がないからよ。エリカがそれを出せばすぐにもあの力を取り戻すわ。はい、その時はご容赦を。
エリカ、
なんです。
探偵宣言を出せ。
嫌です。
今の俺に探偵権限なしで
Doesn't matter if she thinks she can. She's got no choice.
勝てますとも。バトラ教、エリカ教もまた駒です。主の命には背けません。できるのは許された力を全うし視力を尽くすだけです。
ドラノールの力は探偵宣言がないと全くダメなんだ。
It's a chain reaction.
石剣は抜刀に許可が必要です。その申請条件の一つが探偵宣言です。
探偵宣言以外にその許可を得る方法はないのか。
I don't know, is there?
あんた何を言ってるんですか。私に情けをかけるつもりなら大きなお世話です。
I don't know, from the looks of it, you kind of do.
黙れ。お前一人じゃ手応えがなさすぎて退屈なんだ。探偵でない探偵は黙ってろ。
石剣は赤き真実と限りなく近い存在です。真実が与えられればその件についてのみ抜刀が許されます。
真実とは。
例えばですが、エリカ教のガムテープの封印です。
So this were a pretty good trick.
あれ、
あの封印はすでにベルンカステル教によって赤き真実と同等の価値があるとよって封印に関わる真実に限っては石剣の抜刀が許されます。
前回散々苦しめられたからな。今回は粘着力のあるガムテープをゲーム版から全て取り除かせてもらった。
見事な一手です。
エリカは
You know, a little scummy move, but you know.
誇りを持ってたな。
はい、謎を無責任に暴くだけが目的とはいえ、彼女
それが宣言できないってのはかなり
Yep.
悔しいことだろうな。
Yeah, she ain't doing so hot.
それを当人以外が語ることはできません。
I mean, I don't think she has to say it. Just look at her. Balor took a deep breath, then hung his head and thought for a time. Erica was his enemy. But she was the player on the human side, and without her, there would be no game. It needs to be a good host. It had been the same way with the old Beato. Balor had one-sidedly viewed Beato as the enemy. However, though Beato had thought of him as an opposing player, she hadn't considered him to be an enemy on a personal level. I will fight my rival ruthlessly in accordance with the rules. However, that doesn't mean I need to hate Furdo Erica herself. I mean, you still can, she kinda sucks. She's got like a pretty bad personality. I will not misplay Beato's game.
エリカ、探偵宣言を出さないのはお前の勝手だ。だからお前はお前の人間としての力だけで。
最初からその覚悟です。
しかしお前には優秀な仲間がいる。ドラノールにガートルード、コーネリア。
Way more fucking competent allies than Balor
お
had.
前は一人じゃない。
Well, you know, Runaway and Virgilia did pretty good, but, you know, they were, like, double agents, so...
頼りたくても何の力もないゲロカスの役立たずですが。
ドラノール、かつての俺がワルギリアやロノウェに支えられたようにエリカにもまた支えがいる。人間側が辛いことは 俺も何度も経験してよく知ってる。
Everyone needs a shoulder to cry on.
はい、持てる力の限りで補佐します。
金系了解する者なり。
金系職務であると知りたまえ。
You're getting paid either way.
赤き真実も使えない
Maybe.
くせ
I
に。
hope.
エリカ、
You guys salaried?
お前でなくこの仲間たちに力を与
はあ、何の真似ですか。お前の情けなんて死んでも受けません。
Well, then looks like you're gonna
える。ド
die.
ラノール、ガートルード、コーネリアで3人。エリカ、お前に例のガムテープの封印を3部屋分許す。
To fully seal one room, multiple seals are needed to cover all the doors and windows. If he had just had 3 seals, she would only be able to fully seal up one room at best. So Battler was generous and measured them by room instead of by seal.
バトラキ
この封印には赤き真実と同じ効果があることを俺もゲームマスターとして認める。
We're doing a little home brewing here so the game can work.
そうすればそれを根拠とする戦いではお前もあの赤いタッチを振り回せるようになるはずだ。そうだな。
はいしかしよろしいのですか。
探偵未満のエリカに勝ってもこんなの勝利じゃねえ。エリカがレートを上げ
Yeah,
るなら
where's the glory in
俺
punching
にだ
down?
って
Eh?
上げる権利があるはずだぜ。
おっとくまえ。
Yes, how gallant.
よかったじゃないエリカ。これで探偵宣言を出して主の機嫌を損ねずに多少はあんたも赤が使えるようになったわ。
You get to use a little bit of red truth as a treat.
後悔しますよ。この3回の封印が。
上等だ。来いよ。殺
Didn't mean to cut you off. I had a sneeze coming and like clenched my face, and I hit the inner key by accident. Though it was only for 3 rooms, it was the red truth that Erica had been dying to use. Now, she finally had enough leeway to fight as she pleased. She ground her teeth at being pitied by Battler, but her tears were not those of shame.
了解です。3部屋分の封印のガムテープを受領いたします。その受領ですが、エリカ卿がミセス熊沢から粘着力なきガムテープを受領した時点に
Are
遡っての
we
受領
rewinding it a bit?
で
Roll it back? Erica had borrowed duct tape from Kumasawa to make seals with. However, Battler had made it so that those were not sticky. If he made it so that there never was any problem with the stickiness of that duct tape, the transition could be made smoothly.
ああ、いいだろう。物語を書き直す。
Yeah, you know, the first time through the dungeon led to a total party wipe, and, you know, the plot required, you know, the player characters to not be dead and just be an entirely new batch of, you know, next characters. So it's like, roll it back, we'll do it again.
初日の深夜にエリカが熊沢さんからもらったガムテープは封印可能な粘着力を持っていたが3部屋分しかない残りわずかのものだった。これを今から適用する。
了解しました。エリカ卿も遡り、第一の番発覚以前の段階から、その権利の行使が可能だったものとして行動の修正を行います。ゲーム進行に抵触する部分が発生し次第、ゲームマスターにご報告申し上げます。
事件がどの部屋で起こったかを知
Sure,
って
use them wisely.
遡りか。かなり有利な話だな。無駄な部屋を封印しなくて済むんだから。
ゲームマスターになったら随分とおごるようになった
Yeah,
の
don't go
ね。
digging your own grave, bud.
楽しいでしょ。無様な対戦相手に施しをするのは。
黙れ。そして勘違いするな。これはおごりでも甘やかしでもない。エリカ、これを武器に本気で来い。だからこそ俺も本気で叩き潰してやる。だから胸を張ってこの3回を行使しろ。以上だ。
I don't know, man. I mean, I know you don't like think you're doing her a kindness and whatnot, but you know, for a proud person like Erica, even you know with the best intentions, gonna chafe up against her a little bit. Butler made to leave the room with a flick of his cape. As he did, He thought he heard Erica let out a strained voice calling him to stop.
なんだ用がないなら行く。ドラノールとよく相談しろ。あのムカつく魔女どもには何を言われても耳を貸すな。このゲーム版の上にいる限りあいつらに好き勝手はさせない。
ありがとう。
Uh-huh.
ありがとう。私本気で戦います。全力で戦いますから。だから絶対お前をやっつけますから。だからもしも私に勝つときは全力で叩き潰してください。お願いだから塵一つ。
Don't want to have to live in that pain.
わかった。だからお前も俺に手加減するな。これは最後のゲームなんだ。俺がベアと真実に至ったことを証明するた
I'm
め
looking at the runtime left on the film, but
俺たちの勝敗はもはやそれを左右しだからこれは純粋に公的士と認めたお前と決着をつけたいという気持ちなんだ。ゲームの上では敵として全てを疑え。だがプレイヤー同士としては信頼しよう。
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
ゲームのマナーだ。
ありがとう。ありがとう。
Alright, now you're just being pathetic. Battler departed into the darkness, becoming a cloud of gold butterflies, and vanished. Erica remained behind, sobbing. Uh-huh. There we go. Yeah, we all know Battler is, weak to girls. We learned that in episode 3. It's hard to imagine that the person who had been sobbing pathetically and this person now were the same individual. That was how vile her face contorted to be. The two witches were also cackling with ugly smiles.
わかるわ。ゲームマスターになるとね、つい神になった気がしておごり高ぶっちゃうのよね。
He's gonna have to learn the hard way.
もそうだったわね。歩く死体なんてバカなミスを放置するから負けるのよ。バカなゲームマスター、バカなミス、バカなおごりにバカな敗北、バカバトラ、バカばっか。
バカな敗北、バカバトラ、バカばっか。
Yes, how hilarious.
語呂がいいです。さすが我が主です。
Hype man Erica.
バカバトラ、バカばっか、バカバトラ、バカばっか。
バカバトラのやつ、本気でエリカが不利だと思っても本当にご愁傷様だわ。バカを殺すのに必要なのは探偵宣言じゃない。
豆腐の角
What?
絹ごしですね。
それにコチュジャンを乗せればワインのつまみにぴったりだわ。
Ugh. Like I can get like doing some like goat cheese with wine or whatever, but like tofu with some chili on it? Ugh. Anyway, what was that? The three of them laughed together. If it can load the back dialogue, there we go. The three giggled together. It had all been an act to get the duct tape for the seals from Battler. Even though he had taken the pains to ensure that the duct tape that had tormented him so much in the last game was rendered unusable in this one, he had fallen for Erica's act. And she had gotten what she wanted, even if it was only 3 rooms worth. The illusion that Erica was at an overwhelming disadvantage was just an act. A trap to trick Battler and make him hand over the duct tape.
これで完璧にバトラを殺せます。 あいつの間抜けな密室などとっくにネタは割れてるんですから。
I'm sure you did.
完璧な密室？ブワーカ！私が本当に完璧な密室ってやつを見せて差し上げますから。そのためのとどめの武器を自ら進呈してくれるなんて嬉しくて涙が出ます。我が主、そしてラムダデルタ卿、お芝居へのご協力誠にありがとうございます。面白かったわ。例には及ばないわよ。
Mm-hmm.
演技じゃないしね。
Yeah. If you fuck up, you're going all the way down. Despite getting the feeling that Bern Casella just something a little curious, Eriko was in too high spirits to care. That pudding for brains moron, thinking he's done something so noble. I'll make you regret it. Koo-hee-hee-hee-hee.
さて、この封印ゆっくりと使わせてもらいましょう。ドラノールもお手柄でした。あんたバトラに信頼されてるみたいだから、あんたが言うとコロッと引っかかってくれますね。まさか両親が痛むとか言い出しませんよ
I
ね。
mean, probably a little. I would
殺
hope.
人人形の分際で。いいえ。
Delana looked at Erica in a slightly lonely way. Then, after shaking her head slightly, her gaze turned hard, and she looked at the darkness Balor had disappeared into.
手加減なしの真剣勝負と愚かなバトラ卿、これは間違いなく
Mm-hmm.
あなたのおごりです。ミスター・バトラー、これは命取りです。
He's proven to be tough to kill. He'll bounce back.
まずはおめでとうかな、フルフル。
Oh, you guys are gonna give me a headache.
すべての恋人たちに
Whenever they appear on screen, I just have to take a deep breath. They're a lot.
これは愛の勝利さ。
They have a lot of energy,
それを僕らは称え合おう。
and I do not. Everyone had long since gotten used to these two overdramatic demons. George spoke quietly with an annoyed expression. Me too, bud.
僕らがそれを称え合うのは。
Though I will say, I don't dislike them. Don't make that as, take that as me saying I'm not enjoying this. I am. It's just, they're a lot.
同感だぜ。最初の試練は全員突破した。次はなんだ。もう後には引けねえ。なんだってやってやるぜ。はい。僕たちは負けません。
We'll see
私
about
たちも
that.
です。
ああ、もちろんバトラ君たちもだね。
無論だぜ。この中の誰だって譲られて勝利したいなんて甘えてる奴はいないはずだ。
In too deep?
そうですね。辞退できる程度の弱々しい思いならば、今この場にいる資格はありません。
Even Beato, who seemed to be the shakiest one of the six, was strongly determined. The two demons nodded, taking note of the six's continued resolve.
それで次の試練は何だい？まさかまだ決まってないなんて言うんじゃないだろうね。少しは脱落者が出ると思ってたからね。
まさか全員が残
Yeah,
る
I
とは
had to,
思わなかった
had to
の。
do a little, 11th hour revision to the
これは
script.
愛ゆえの嬉しい奇跡の誤算。
うぜえぜ。それで今度こそ脱落者を出すためにイス取りゲームでも始めよう
Rock,
っての
paper,
か。
scissors.
そう、まさにそのこと。
Oh,
今度の試練では確実に一組にリタイアしてもらうことにしたよ。
fair. Otherwise, we just keep going in circles forever.
非分の第二の番にあやかり。
寄り添いし二人を引き裂け。
意味がわからない。
Yeah, you need to go a little more in depth.
ゼパル様、フルフル様、どういう試練ですか？まさか私たちに殺し合いをしろと。
そりゃ
I was
手っ
right.
取り早いぜ。
I was joking when I said it would turn into a tournament arc.
少々文明的ではないけどね。
恋は肉食だぜ。
みんながみんな一緒に幸せになることはできないのですね。
そういうのをゼロサムゲームって言うんだ。経済用語だけどね、 知ってるかい？
Yes, I mentioned it earlier.
すみません。
ゼロサムゲーム。勝利も敗北も
Mm-hmm.
全てを相殺すればゼロになる。
You either win or you lose.
誰かが勝利を得るためには誰かに敗北を強いねばならない。それが世界の冷酷な原理だ。
みんながみんな全員が幸せになれればいいのにな。そんな理想の世界あるわけねえか。
Nope. Unless with magic, a miracle.
それは黄金鏡。
黄金
You know
鏡
what else we talked about the Golden Land?
何の話だよ。
そうだったな。黄金鏡に至れば全ての愛は満たされる。
Yeah, but the criteria to get there are a little,
だがそこは天国や地獄と同じでこの世ならざる場所だ。
それはごめん被りたいね。恋は現世で叶えるから意味がある。僕は死後に恋愛を成就させるための悲しい心中なんて断じて認めないね。
yeah, that's a little dark.
生きて愛を貫く。何者にも負けない。
ジョージさん。
I mean, you can talk some big game, bud, but, the door to the Golden Land is opened by solving the epitaph's riddle. It is said to be a place where love and lives are all whole and can be revived. Oh, where love and lives are all whole and can be revived. Okay, I did read that right. I'm just dumb and have bad reading comprehension.
話が脱線してる。それより第二の試練をさっさと教えてほしい。そうだぜ。寄り添いし二人を引き裂けって何をさせる気だよ。
話はとてもシンプルさ。
So you
恋
say.
人たちを引き裂くのは
Somehow I doubt.
悲しき死の別れしかありえない。
6人のうち1人を殺すのが
当然相方を殺された恋人たちは失格となっ
It
て
is a,
脱落
a
するわ。
team competition. No, I and team and all that.
確実に一組の恋人たちに脱落してもらう試練というわけさ。
殺すと簡単に言うがどうしろってんだ。
Yeah, what, just get into a big brawl and the first one to croak, you know?
殺し合いをしてもいいし。
くじ引きか何かで決めてもいい。
くじ引きで決めるなんて冗談じゃねえぜ。正々堂々と決闘しようじゃねえか。
そうなるとゲームマスターのバトラ君と
Yeah,
記憶がないとはいえ黄金の魔
she's
女
just gonna hit the
ベアト
tilde
リーチ
key
ェ
and
が
type in, like,
相当有利
you
な
know,
気もす
turn
る。
on God mode and just fucking Dr. Manhattan your ass.
どうでしょう。
安心して。この試練ではみんなの力は完全に公平にさせてもらってるんだ。
ゲームマスターのバトラ教でさえこの試練では全員と互角なの。
Alright, so it's like the Injustice fighting game where it's like the justification of why, you know, the Joker is able to fight toe-to-toe with Superman is because, you know, super drugs.
それなら公平。
完全に純粋に互角なのかい？ええ、完全に互角。1対1なら勝敗は時の運。完全に互角だからね。
決着にも時間がかかると思うわ。
Yeah.
だから優位な状況で襲うのがコツかな。
とことん時間をかけての決闘ももちろん素敵。
Not too long, though. You know, we got a timetable
誰
to
が
keep
運
here.
任せで戦うもんか。自分に有利な状況で戦いたいに決まってるぜ。
Yeah, no, it's a saying in, like, the military. If you're fighting on even footing, you've already fucked up.
となると三つどもえ。これでは動けないのでは。
Pietro was the first to notice. If all 6 of them were truly on an even footing, and they wanted to fight so that they could win, they would have to fight as pairs and concentrate their attacks on a single person. However, if they did so, that person's partner would naturally join in to fight back as a pair. In other words, it would never end up as 2 against 1. It would be 2 against 2, and a battle like that could go either way. However, if that were to happen, the third pair watching all this could team up with whichever pair they liked with no risk to themselves, defeating the opposing pair with certainty.
面倒な話だね。先に動くことが有利ではないというわけか。
If you take the initiative to fight, it's a matter of luck. If you sit and wait for the others to start fighting, it's certain victory. The fight would never begin in circumstances like
6
this.
人全員がそれぞれ隣同士と1対1で同時に戦えばいいんじゃないでしょうか。誰かの決着がついた時点で試練は決着する。
Yeah, it's like a band-aid. You know, just gotta do it quick. Unless everyone could abandon any naive hopes for a 2-on-1 fight, this trial would never begin and never end. In that case, they could make a gentleman's agreement and have everyone duel at once, which would be no different than from drawing lots, but at least would be fair.
それは無理。そうなったらみんな積極的に戦わず保身する。その間に誰かが負けてくれればいいのだから。
Bit of a Mexican standoff here. Shannon's point was a sound one. If both fighters just glared at each other without attacking, then neither would lose. They would only have to wait for someone other than themselves to lose first. This brought them back to the starting point. No one would fight proactively.
結局全員が動かず決着がつきません。
全員の強さが互角という算数的状況のせいでパズルみたいになっちまったな。
そうだね。互いの強さが未知数なら決闘も面白かった。でも完全に互角と言い切られ
Yeah,
て
you guys are kind of all known
決
factors.
闘はじゃんけんと何も変わらない。
ならいっそ6人全員で
But then we're back to the beginning. That's no different than drawing lots.
バカ言え、そんなの嫌だぜ。仮に誰かが負けたとしてそいつが潔く負
Also,
け
if
を
we're
認
getting
めるわけ
technical,
ね
you
え
can
だろ。
fuck with the probability of rock, paper, scissors by declaring what move you're gonna do. It's basically the Monty Hall problem.
負けを認めないならじゃんけんの勝者たち4人に攻撃されることになる。完全に互角なこの世界では
The probability is weird like that. Don't ask me how it
生き
works.
残
I
れ
just
る
know
道
it
理は
does.
ない。
確かに。なんだじゃんけんで決めるのが一番合理的だってのかよ。
極めて合理的だ
I
よ。
don't know, just a series of coin flips.
しかし自分の運命を乱数8世紀に託すような無謀ができるかと言われたら答えはノーだけれどね。
どうかそれを悩んでほしい。
それが私たちの出題する第二の試練。
I don't know. It sounds like you guys kind of just made this one up on the spot.
考えて殺し合って誰を生贄にするか決めてほしい。
So you say. But I did mention it was going to be a short one today. Because I'm fucking dying, dude. I'm not doing so hot. So with that, that's where we're going to end here for today. Once again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. See you guys next time for the next episode of Umineko, where hopefully I won't be so fucked up. I think the reason I'm so bad was I was all on these drugs today, and I was working outside the entire time. So this weekend, you know, I don't plan on leaving the house like at all. So hopefully the pollen doesn't get to me too bad, and hopefully tomorrow, you know, maybe I can just get away with the nasal spray instead of the fucking Zyrtec or whatever. But yeah, catch you guys later. Bye. Mwah.